Hello everyone, I wanted to show and share with you a routine that you can do to free up your hips in the morning or throughout the day. This is an action-packed routine. It's got a bunch of different drills. Some are some small stretches, some are some more active movements that you can use to free your hips up and get the most out of your hips. For those who don't know me, my name is James Ashcroft. I'm the owner and founder of Ashcroft Physio, physical therapist, strength and conditioning coach, and TPI certified golf fitness instructor, overall nut job. Again, wanted to show you guys some tips and some drills that you can use in the morning or throughout your day and even throughout the winter and then the season to keep the hips moving well. So keys to this routine: if you have pain or discomfort with any of these stretches, just move on to the next. If you have a question, you can reach out to me about a modification. I'll be happy to show you some modifications. And I'll show a few, maybe one or two modifications in the video for these things as well. This routine might take you 10 to 20 minutes, depending on how slowly you move through the routine, how much you focus on some of the breathing stuff. Certainly move through at a pace that feels comfortable for you. So, one of the first stretches, one of my favorite stretches to do, all fours. You're going to cross your left ankle over your right. You're going to maintain a neutral spine. You're going to sit back into your left hip. You should feel stretching in the back of your glute. You're going to hold this stretch for about 20 or 30 seconds and then switch sides and repeat 3 times. The most simple variation for this stretch is crossing the left knee over the left ankle over the knee and then pulling the left knee towards your right shoulder. And again, you should feel that there. So that's stretch 1, stretching out your glutes. Stretch 2, gonna have your knee, hip, shoulder, straight line at home. If you don't have a mat, use a yoga mat, use a couch cushion just to protect your knee. Knee, hip, shoulder, straight line. You're gonna squeeze the glute till you feel some stretching right in the front of the hamstring. I don't want you arching back. I don't want you feeling any pain in your back. So you want to feel, so you feel it in the front of your hip flexor or the front of your quad. From here, you can start doing some active movements. So you can hold the stretch for about 20-30 seconds, but then do some active movements. Some big reaches up. You can do a little reaching to the side and back. Up and to the side. And what you'll feel are a little bit more stretch. And then you'll switch legs. Okay, again, 2 or 3 sets, 20 to 30 seconds. You can play with the reaches for you in terms of what will make you most comfortable. So, next stretch, another kneeling stretch. This one is to stretch out your inner thighs. For some people, this may be a little too much. So if it is, I'm going to show you a modification in a second. You're just going to have your knees a little bit wider than hip width. Your back is neutral, and you're going to sit back. You're going to hold for 20 or 30 seconds. Then come out of the position. Again, you can repeat that 2 to 3 times, okay? That modification for that, okay? So let's say that just getting in that position on your knees isn't comfortable. You can go up against a wall, or you can be sitting freely, and you can use your elbows to ease your knees down, and you can also bring your trunk forward. You should, again, feel in the groin and the inner thigh, but you shouldn't feel pinching or sharp pain in the hip, okay? So those are a couple static stretches I like to start with, just loosening up some of the tissues. Again, you want to breathe through these things and get you relaxed. Now I want to show you a couple of active stretches, which I like in conjunction with everything I've just shown you. So one of my first active stretches is more of a hip extension stretch, or getting your foot to the ceiling. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on all fours, hand under shoulders, knees under hips. Going to keep this neutral position. What I ask you to do is squeezing your glute, lift up to the ceiling, and back, and then all the way in as far as you can, all the way up. You're going to do 10 on each leg. Your goal is to keep your back pretty steady so you're moving as much through your hip as possible, okay? So usually I like to perform 2 sets of 10 on each leg. The next one, so we just did up to the ceiling, now you're going to do hip circles. So you're going to go in, out, up, and around. So now you're doing a hip circle, same principles. This will be a little bit harder to keep your trunk steady, but you're still trying to. And again, trunk steady, 10 each leg, okay? So you've got kickbacks, and you've got hip circles, okay? So another kind of hip mobility drill and active stretch is a clam. So we're gonna have you on your side. Gonna have your hips stacked on top of each other. Comfortable position. If you want a pillow for your head or neck, that's totally fine. Goal is to keep steady through here. You're gonna open up your hip to the ceiling as far as you can without your ankles coming away from each other and without you rocking back. So I like up to 15 to 20 of these. Okay, you should feel in the back of your glute, if anywhere, the muscle working. I like 2 sets on each side. Okay? All right. So that's 3 active. I'm going to give you 1 more active. You don't need a foam roller, but you certainly can use one. You can also use a soccer ball or a basketball or a couple pillows. So you're going to have right leg on the wall, left ankle's going to be off, and then you're going to move your ankle in and out. The foam roller just gives you a little bit of steadiness. I like 10 on each leg. And 2 sets. So, simple mobility routine for you to do at home. You can use it on the mat, on the floor. You've got 3 static stretches, 4 moving stretches that you can do on your own. There's quite a few more things you can play with. Playing with like breath holds and focusing on your breathing and relaxing through movements. Your goal is to just get your hips moving and to move as much as you can within a pain-free limit. And as you start to improve your motion, you'll kind of find new barriers and see how much you move. As always, we want to reinforce these things when you get to standing. So another thing you can do once you're finished is getting to standing golf posture and just, okay, I just loosened up my hips, so let's just move into my rotation and hold, and then move into my rotation and hold. So that's another way you can just kind of lock in some of the work that you've just done. And again, consistency is the key. With any mobility routine, it's all about consistency. A lot of this stuff doesn't change overnight. It changes over 3, 4, 5 weeks, and often months of working hard at it where you find really tangible differences. So I encourage you to work hard at this stuff. Don't be a hero or Superman and push through pain. A little discomfort is okay as long as there's no kickback the same day and the next day. If you have questions regarding anything I've shown you, please give me a buzz. You can reach out to me at james@ashcroftphysio.com. If you're part of the Facebook group, shoot me a message through the Facebook group. If you're not, join the Facebook group, Healthy Hackers Fit for Golf. So thank you for watching the video today. I look forward to hearing from you if you have questions, and I'm sure this will help you. So hopefully you can get at it and be consistent. Thank you.